Hi, this is October, and we are going into a brand new month and almost to the end of the year. And my name is Carolyn Motley, and you are going to be watching the Cannon County Chamber Connection. And of course, this is presented to you by DTC3. We don't know what we'd do without them. Great opportunity to let you know what's going on in Cannon County. And my co-host for this show is Miss Sue Conley. And Sue, you have a lot of titles.
Oh, I do. But just Sue Conley. I'm the CEO of Stones River Hospital and DeKalb Community Hospital. So we're excited to be here, Carolyn.
She is also on our chamber board.
Yeah.
And we are excited to have Sue here. She just got back from London.
I did. I went to see my new grandson, who's perfect. So my son lives in London, and they just adopted a little boy. He's just perfect and smart and brilliant. So we had a very good time. The Queen was busy though, couldn't see me.
Oh, isn't that a shame?
I know.
You didn't see her go by?
I didn't, but I practiced my wave.
Did you get a hat?
No, I didn't get a hat.
Oh, you have
I didn't
to
get
do
a hat.
that.
But we were going to see Stonehenge on the Friday, and who showed up but President Obama.
Well,
So we didn't go because it was
just
too
as
much.
good, if not better.
I know. So
Just as good, if not better. All right, and we do have two other guests with us. We have beautiful weather.
amen.
So far up to this point. But I do have Tina Norris with me, and she is the director of the library, and Angie Ott, who is the library board chair. And we're glad to have you here today, ladies.
Pleased to be here.
We are, because the library is a very big asset to our community. Really, your library is a big asset to any community, but Tina, you've been there how long now?
Since March. So I'm not
Now-
very good at math.
Now, wait a minute, smile when you say this, okay? I've been there since March.
I was worried about the math. How many months?
Don't worry, math is not required for this show.
Sometimes.
Well, sometimes, yeah. It's a beautiful library. It's a
It
really
is.
pretty
It's
library
an
for.
amazing
Yeah.
library. And we have a lot of fun stuff coming up.
We did a lot of work on the library, is one reason that it's so amazing, because the addition has been great to it. What are some of the things, Tina, that are coming up?
We actually have an art show going on for the month of October. We'd still love to have a few more art pieces if anyone wants to bring them in. We'll get them hung up. We have Creepy Crawly Critters coming up on October 18th with Bob Carter. Everyone should come and have some creepy crawly critters put on them.
I think I could do that without coming to
Are
the
they
library.
real creepy?
Yes, they will be real live creepy crawly critters. We have some computer
Do a lot of
classes.
people come to that?
Actually, we had a program just last Saturday, and we had 57 people, so we'd like to beat that record.
Wow.
That many people?
Yes, we had Spooky Science. So,
Bob Tarter's programs are very popular.
yes.
He's the one that brings the reptiles and
And apparently now the
Kangaroos and whatever. I don't know what his choices for this time are, but something
creepy
fun.
crawly.
maybe
It's
tarantulas.
Halloween.
Could be.
Maybe tarantulas for Halloween.
That's possible. Probably a snake or two.
Oh, great. It's right up my alley.
The kids love it.
The kids do.
Yes, they do. They do. What else have you?
We have some genealogy workshops coming up on Thursdays at 10 a.m. the 2nd and the 16th of October, and at 1 o'clock on the 9th and the 23rd of October. If anyone wants to learn all about e-readers, tablets, and gadgets galore, they can come join us on the 7th, which is next Tuesday, at 11 a.m.
I probably need to come to that one.
Well, you
I'm
just
very
show up.
limited.
And we'll have fun. For teens, we have Teen Read Week coming up October 12th through the 18th, and on the Tuesday of that week, which I can't remember the date, we are having a pizza taste-off, which kids need to sign up for. It's for ages 10 to 14.
A pizza?
Pizza taste-off.
You better
That's just
order a
for
few.
We have DJs and Lion's Den donating pizzas for that event. And of course, we have our fall story times going on at both Auburn Town and Adams Memorial.
Good.
Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, so you have a little choice there. We are going to have some computer classes coming up very quickly.
And you have quite a few computers now, do you?
We
not?
do. We have 25 computers in our
Wow,
computer lab.
that's great.
And those are free to use.
They are free to use. You just have to pay for the prints if you print, but other than that, access is there for anybody who needs it.
Wow.
And we really encourage people to get their library cards so that is a faster, easier process.
Yeah.
It only takes a few
it's
minutes to
free.
get a library card.
It's free.
Yep, it is. You don't get too many free stuff. You don't get much free stuff in.
But you get lots of free stuff at the library. Just
See
come
there?
in. Best card
I
in
just
town.
led you right into that, didn't I?
So I'm gonna go back to this pizza taste stuff. So these are just teenagers that can come in, so you can't have any like grandmas come in and taste
It
the
is.
pizza or anything?
And
But
bring the kids.
For grandmas, we have in February a chocolate festival coming. So
All right, I'll
just mark your calendar and remember that.
Okay, I'm good.
Now, you're a new grandma, right?
I've been my oldest is 14 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm a new.
You've been there and done
I've
this
been there, done
before.
that. Yes.
You can still come eat
I
chocolate.
will eat chocolate, and I may have to find a teenager to bring with me to get the pizza too.
It will be interesting to
That'll
see
work.
what their preference is.
It will
because
be.
They're going to be judging the pizzas.
So just different kinds of pizzas.
Well, they'll have to eat 2 or 3
Just
pieces of
cheese.
each one. I know they will.
It's just cheese pizza, but they will rate the crust, the sauce, the cheese, and then the overall taste. So they have to
What does the winner get? Bragging rights?
bragging rights.
All right.
They can put on their board.
Challenge
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah, well, I'm originally from New York, so I think I could be a good pizza aficionado. I'm just saying.
And let's see, you have
I'm
to,
just saying.
that
but
in
you
mind.
have to fold yours to eat it.
I had to fold mine. Never use a fork and knife. Never.
I knew
Never.
that.
That's
I
why you
knew
fold it
that.
up. That's right.
Carolyn, may I also mention
Yes, you may.
that we are doing a survey of the public, both users and non-users of the library, to find out what we're doing well and what we could do better. Right now, we're finding out that it seems like maybe our hours need to be adjusted to be more convenient, but there are many questions. It's just one.
What are your hours, Angie?
I will refer you to
Tina?
our director.
Our hours are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4. Tuesdays we're open 9 a.m. until 8 p.m. And Thursdays it's 9 a.m. until 6 p.m.
Oh, okay.
So
Why don't, that sounds like pretty good hours.
It works well for many people.
many people, yes. But there might be evenings that we're missing people who work late.
And there are a lot of other things on this survey that
Yeah.
we would like to know about, and we'd like to be sure that the citizens of the county know about. For instance, we have a huge collection of DVDs that are free to check out. The Red Box is wonderful, but the library is free.
The key to this is bring them back. That's the key to that.
We don't seem to have
Any trouble with
much
that?
trouble with that. People are really conscientious.
Well, good,
They,
good.
in general, take good care of the materials and bring them back at least close to on time.
Yeah. Do you guys take donations for like books and do you have certain times where you take donations for DVDs and books and things like
We
that?
do.
Okay.
Right now, it's kind of been ongoing. I'm trying to figure out a schedule where we'll take them for a period of time and then have a big book sale.
Yeah.
But right now, we're open to taking them anytime.
Okay.
And some of those items end up in our collection, but we have some pretty strict guidelines about what we can take into the collection.
Okay.
And then whatever we can't use in the collection still benefits the library and the people because we can sell it
Good. Okay.
at the book sale.
Well, there you go. I haven't heard one thing I didn't like. Have you?
No.
I didn't either.
And if I did, I would have said, hey, I don't like that.
I'm sure you would have.
Something new that has just recently been added is magazines.
Oh, okay.
For a year or two, we did not have any magazines available in the library, but now we have quite a few in a very comfortable seating area that you can use in the library, and older issues, I believe we're checking out. Is that right,
Yep.
Tina?
The current issue stays in the library, but back issues, check out.
What are the favorite ones, does it seem? Or what do you have as magazines?
We have Southern Living, Taste of Home. Well, that's a really good question.
Mother Earth
News.
Several cooking magazines.
Several cooking.
Now, you can't tear out a page.
No.
But
But you can take a
can't do
picture on
even-
your phone of a recipe.
Take a
That's
picture
right.
on your phone, or you can use our copier and make copies.
There you go.
But please don't tear the recipe.
Well, ladies, I've enjoyed. Is there anything else you'd like to say while we're?
I think
Anything
we've
you haven't
covered it.
covered? I think you all about covered everything too.
Everything is
come to the
free at the library except
That's
copies and
exciting right there.
faxes.
It is.
And we do a lot that people don't even realize we do.
Right.
And come check out the artwork.
Okay.
Oh, I think that's great because there's a lot of people that would like to show off what they do. Whether they're good or not, they still would like to show it
Oh.
off.
Well,
They
that's
might be
in the
good
eye
in
of the
somebody's
beholder,
eye.
isn't it? Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
right. That's
I would
right.
like to give our web address, which is canoncolibrary.org.
All right.
Okay.
Got a web? Go on that. Got an email? You don't want to go on that?
Canon LIB at dtccom.net.
Right, I was going to say, I know the last of that one. Well, Tina, I want you not to be a stranger, and you neither,
Well, thank you.
Angie. And when we get a little bit more into this, especially with the quilt shows and everything, that's another thing. A lot of people come from far away to see those. They do. So we may do this again. We may have a rerun. But I appreciate both of you being here
Thank
today,
you for
okay?
having
And
us.
anytime the chamber can be of help, and of course the hospital, she is on the board for the chamber, and they're a real community partner. So anytime you can join up with them, that's a good thing.
Yeah, we'd be glad to do whatever you need. So it was nice to meet you,
And
Angie.
the same
And
from
Tina, of
us,
course,
too.
I met lots before, so.
You
yeah,
too.
great.
Thank you very
All
much.
right, well, thank you, ladies. Okay,
Who do we have next?
next we have some newly elected, or newly joined, not elected. They have chose to join the chamber, and we will have Mr. John Haggerty, and he is with Haggerty Mountain Financial, and Mr. Swain Reeves, and he is co-owner of Platinum Vapor LLC. Now, Swain, that name sounds like a movie star name, doesn't
It
it?
does.
I think you're in the wrong business.
Movie
Swain.
star name without the movie star money.
Oh, okay. Well, that comes later. You got to star in something.
No, this is it right
So
now.
that's
This is
all
it.
right. Right here is your
Get the
beginning.
money
Right
shot.
here is your beginning. Actually, you have something that, to me, this is one of the ways that you can get off of cigarettes.
There's a tobacco alternative,
It is.
labeled somewhat safer alternative. There's still studies to be made on it. It's a new industry, but it's rising so fast, it definitely can't be ignored.
Right. It's true.
And it seems to be doing some good.
Well, I hope it is, because the cigarette, thing, anytime you go to a doctor, it seems like the second thing out of their mouth is, if you smoke, stop. So,
Of course, an electronic cigarette is,
It's
I
got,
would say it's probably a
it's-
lesser of two evils. The best thing, obviously, is just not to take up the habit at all. But
Right.
if you do have the habit and you want to kick it, the patch didn't work, the pill or the gum, try an electronic cigarette. I think the numbers kind of speak for themselves when you look at how many people are actually using electronic cigarettes that weren't 2 years ago. So those results seem to point that it's.
And
it's working.
they have nicotine in them, right? But you can cut the dose down
You can go from
as time goes on.
from a high nicotine that resembles kind of what you're using now, and we can tailor it down to zero nicotine.
And that's the goal, right?
That'd be the goal. That'd be the goal.
Do people really make that goal?
Yeah, they do.
Well,
They
good.
do.
I think mostly times people get just in a habit of using their hands or doing
That's
something.
that's another big thing. It's really all in your head. Really, you'd be surprised as long as they get that hand to mouth motion. That nicotine leaves your body in a few days. So really, as long as you trick your mind that you're still getting that hand to mouth motion, you really, it just seems like your mind and your body doesn't really miss the change in nicotine.
It's so funny how that this industry has changed everything. I mean, we've had to write policies because employees think, well, I'm not smoking, so we could sit at the desk and smoke, and they can't. And you go into the airport, and all the rules, everything's changing as it's very interesting how just new technology changes
Yeah,
things.
and there needs to be some rules and regulations with
Sure,
it.
sure.
Absolutely, it is so new that
Yeah.
people don't really know how to handle it
I
yet.
know.
But like I said, the numbers on how many people are using them now and the prediction of people using them in the future, it's going to have to be addressed.
It's going to have to be addressed, and it's so much better than people coming in and reeking of cigarette smoke too. I mean, I know that's a big deal.
For someone who doesn't smoke, that's a bad thing.
It is.
And it's just not cigarettes. I mean, I've got plenty of people who come in there and they're trying to kick their smokeless tobacco, their dip or their chewing tobacco habit. Some people actually come in there and they get zero nicotine and they use them to try to lose weight. They'll get like a sweet candy flavor.
Well, heck, I didn't know that. I'd be
And,
smoking that all day long.
maybe at night while they're sitting on the couch watching TV instead of
Eating, they'll
Instead of
be...
eating that thing of ice cream, they're vaping a ice cream flavored vapor, and
Oh, I didn't know they came in flavors. So what?
there's the flavors are endless.
Really?
At my particular store, I've got about 100 flavors set out that anybody can come down and try all my flavors out.
Have a tasting.
And then really the sky is the limit as far as flavors.
Wow. And where is your store?
I am at 110 North Tatum Street, right next to Joe's Place.
Okay.
And we're open 7 days a week.
Okay. And what else do you sell? Those cigarettes? Anything else?
We sell just electronic cigarettes, the accessories, and the e-liquid.
You have to accessorize with
we're-
those.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So do you
basically
have
we're-
blinged out ones
We
like
do.
with little
We do.
sparkles
We're
and stuff on them?
Cannon County's only premier electronic cigarette store. I mean, you can
Okay.
buy some electronic cigarettes at the gas stations and DGs and stuff like that, but we carry the premier lines,
Okay.
the name brands, and you get what you pay for when it comes to electronic cigarettes.
Well, I didn't know people used that to maybe stop dipping or chewing or whatever. I could never do that because I never learned how to spit real good, so you wouldn't. That wouldn't be real pretty.
No, it's not real pretty when you drool.
Most women that spit dip aren't that attractive anyway, in my opinion.
Oh, well, okay, this is a whole nother show now. Well, you're right, Swain. I don't think that's very attractive
No.
either.
Well, it's
but
not attractive on men either.
No, it's really not.
I guess as a teenager, I did start smoking, and I thought that made me look cool. I never thought when I seen somebody chew or dip, or I never did think that was too cool. I never
Unless you're a
did.
baseball player, a baseball fan.
Well, I'd have to be a real good one because I still wouldn't think that looked good unless you were a real good ball player.
You really don't want to kiss anybody with that.
And we've been in business now for 2 months in Woodbury. The reception has been great.
Good.
Everybody that really in Cannon County, they were going to Rutherford County, they were going to Coffee County, they were going to McMinnville to get their electronic cigarette supplies, and now they got a local shop here in town that they can go to, and they're happy about it. And every day we're getting still new customers come in, and
Good.
they're happy they finally get to keep some money in Woodbury, and And,
Well, I'm glad you're
save some money.
pleased with. I
So
am.
we're happy to be
Now, are
here.
you from Woodbury?
I am from Rutherford County.
Okay.
I've lived in quite a few places, but
Okay.
right now I live in
You have a
Murfreesboro.
partner in this endeavor, don't you?
I do. I
And
do.
his name is?
Daniel Branch.
See, he has a movie star name too, Daniel Branch.
Daniel Branch and Swing.
All right.
He's the co-owner.
Okay.
And
That could be like that movie, what was it? Well, shoot, can't remember what now, but they had, it was about Harley and something else. I forget what it was, but that was pretty good too, and this kind of
Harley
reminds
Davidson, the Marlboro Man.
Yes, there you go.
Changed that to Harley Davidson and the Vapor Store guy.
Yeah, there you go. But
Give me the vapors.
did you get very many from the car show this weekend?
It was good. It was a good turnout. I had a lot of walk-ins.
Did
from the
you
car show.
really?
And really, I enjoyed just
Seeing all the cars?
seeing all the cars myself.
Yeah,
even
we had some
even without
pretty
those
cars.
movies.
Yeah,
It was a great
yeah,
turnout.
they were pretty
Yeah,
cars.
there
It was a
was.
great turnout.
Yeah.
Was-
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It was
was.
good.
And just this art center. I mean, just being surrounded by all this great artwork. This place is
It's cool. This-
fantastic.
This
The
is
art center
this
is
absolutely
fantastic.
wonderful.
You wouldn't think of a small community having an art center of this caliber.
Mm-hmm.
And you really haven't seen, if you go into the gift shop and you see the local artists
Yeah, it's
that have
amazing.
things in there, they are really.
amazing.
They really are.
yeah, it's such an honor to have this in town.
It
really
is.
is. Really
It
is.
is. We're real proud of it. We are. Well, I'm so proud that you chose to join the chamber, and I hope it's been what you had thought it would be. But we will have a banquet in January, and of course, all of our chamber members are invited to
And the
attend
banquet's
that,
really
so.
good because it's not like a 6-hour-long banquet.
No.
Where it's in and out, and a lot of business gets done, a lot of networking, and it's very well run.
Good.
Yeah, it's a
We're
good
here to
banquet.
provide a service, and we encourage anybody to come down and talk to us. And even if you've used an electronic cigarette or you haven't or been thinking about it, just come on down and talk to us. And
You
we
have
can
training that goes with it, don't you,
do
Swain?
a little quick training. We'll get you all the lingo and the details and the tools and
You're all set up.
kick that
Plus,
habit.
there's pretty colors too.
Yeah, pretty colors and kick that habit.
That's right. Good smells
Save
and
some
pretty
money.
colors.
Save some money.
All right. Now that's really true anymore. We appreciate you being here, and if we can never be of any benefit to you, Swain, don't just call the chamber, and I'll get somebody right on it.
Thank you very much.
It's good to meet you.
All right, now we have another new chamber member on the other side of us. We have Mr. John Haggerty. And John, you are here to advise people on financial affairs, right?
That's correct. I have really two parts to my business. One, anybody in the DTC listening area, I'll offer them free financial advice, whether it be debt reduction, Social Security questions, how to get a loan, things of that nature, and I don't charge for that.
Oh,
My main business.
all this free stuff today is just
I know.
Well, I
really
get
wonderful.
my main business is helping people with retirement,
Okay.
and sometimes I get some leads from it, quite often, in fact. And that's really what I do. We have a remarkable retirement predicament as a nation. Every day, the people that turn 65 every day now are over 10,000 people a day.
Wow.
Social Security is not going to be there, at least in its current form, and the average person has little or no savings for retirement.
What is the baseline for what you need to have to retire? Like a certain number of times your salary, or?
Well, there's all sorts of indices and
Sure.
quotes and such like that,
Sure.
but basically it comes down to lifestyle.
Yeah.
Some people retire, they still have a mortgage.
Yeah.
You know, that's amazing. Other people are 80% might be Social Security. Some of them have 401ks.
Yeah.
What I promote is a private retirement plan that's much different from a 401k, and it's just a far better plan. Since the Great Depression, the insurance agencies, companies, industry, and Wall Street have been fighting to gain control of America's retirement dollar. In fact, a little story about our previous guest, Swain. In 1923, Mel Lott hit a home run in the bottom of the ninth inning to win the World Series. The next day, there was a big ad in a New York Times saying that 21 of 23 New York Giants smoke Camel cigarettes. And if you want to do well under pressure, smoke Camel.
Well, there you go.
Well, the Wall
bet a
Street-
lot of people didn't know that, did they?
Wall Street has advertised and they've sucked people in with the help of the government to the 401k. And it is absolutely a lousy plan for retirement. First off, who would you want to be, who would you like as a partner for retirement? Well, the worst people are the U.S. government, because they're going to take a third of your 401k. And that's in 2014. I suspect the taxes are going to go up. In addition, there's a lot of volatility. There's no liquidity. There's no disability. If you get sick or disabled, they're not going to put the money in for you. And the only redeeming quality of the 401k is that some employers match what the employee puts in. And that in itself is good, but that's about the only redeeming quality. And now there are plans out there that few people know about now, but this year alone, over $2 billion will be put into these plans. And it's only 16 years old, but most people don't know about them. CPAs don't know about them. Financial planners don't know about them.
How'd you find out about it?
When I was 55, the company I worked for, the founder died. The kids took over and elected to go in their own direction. They paid me for a consultancy for a couple years, and I looked for something to do. I found that retirement was going to be a huge burden for the American people, and I turned 60 next year. And I said, well, I better look into this. And then probably 2 years of research, something like that, at least a lot of it. I have every book on the subject, and there's only 31 of them. And as I say, most people don't know about them. And they're phenomenal plans. You can't lose any money. You get wonderful benefits, and you get market returns without downside risk. So if the market's up 13%, you get that. You could never lose that 13%.
John, that almost sounds too good to be true.
That's pretty much why I own all the books on the subject. So when I go see somebody, I give them a couple of them, and it does. It sounds too good to be true.
It does.
But over the last 15 years, if you put $10,000 into one of these plans, and you don't do it a lump sum, you do it on an ongoing basis, you would have earned 2.5 times what a 401k would have.
Of course, your 401k depends on how you invest your 401k.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true. But historically, a person in a 401k generally earns less than 4% a year. Mm-hmm. And when you feature most of that is inflation, there's no real gain to that. Mm-hmm. Plus, when the market takes a tumble like it did in 2008, you're really playing catch up. And it's real nice when the market goes down and you stay at a level spot with whatever you've earned to date. Now, you have to qualify for these plans. And most people do, but nevertheless, you have to have a reasonably healthy lifestyle. You have to have some income. But for top earners, they're a must. They're an absolute must.
I know what everybody out there's thinking, because I would be thinking this. Not that everybody thinks like I do, but this sounds too good to be true, and how do you get paid? If all this advice is free.
Well, two different components to my business. One, if I go see someone, I'll give them free financial advice. On a rare occasion, they'll have a relative, a sister, or somebody. If I can place them or link them to one of these A-rated companies, they will handle it. They pay me a finder's fee.
Okay.
The people pay me nothing ever. And no risk of loss is a major thing. And in finance, you find that seldom occurs.
Right.
Very seldom,
why it
especially when you
sounds
get
too good
market
to be true.
returns. Well, you've got options with your money. You can put it in a CD and earn next to nothing.
1%.
But
No, a
it's-
half of 1%.
And yet, you'll hear that people say the banks are safe. But in the Depression in the 1930s, 9,000 American banks folded.
Oh, well, we had that scare not too long ago. We know that that can happen.
But people
It
in
can.
these plans did not lose a nickel. They didn't lose any money.
Well,
So if people want to know about this, you're one of our new chamber members. They can give you a call and
It'd probably be better, Sue, than reading the 31 books on the
Yeah,
subject.
probably would be.
But they can get a hold of me at Haggerty
Unless
Mountain.
they have a library card and you can.
I go to the
those
library when I
books
leave here. I
Yeah.
got 2 books. HaggertyMountainFinancial.com, or they can call me directly at 563-3334. And at HaggertyMountainFinancial.com, a lot of people are a little worried about talking finances with someone that they don't know.
Sure.
So
That's
they can
exactly right.
confidentially submit a question, and I will research it and then get back to them also confidentially. Whatever I do is totally confidential. I'm licensed by the state of Tennessee. I'm working on my master's in finance, and while it's an inexact science, if you know a little bit more than the other guy, and you're probably likely to make a better decision. One thing about the American people, they make very good decisions when, I don't want to say their butts on the line, but
Given the information,
Yes.
the correct information.
Right, because everybody's in a different financial spot,
Right.
from their health, financially and physically, to their needs, their lifestyles, and things of that nature.
Now, you don't have a storefront.
I do not.
So if you have to contact you, it's through your email.
Yeah, or
the
563-3334.
Okay.
I have an office on Haggerty Mountain, but it's hard to find.
That's why it's called Haggerty Mountain, right?
It is.
Well, there you go. Well, we're glad to have you as a chamber member, and of course, you did something the other day that kind of caught me off guard. You called me and volunteered your help.
Well, I'm looking forward to parking the elephants.
For the car show, you know. Now you're going to be over here with the elephants for the circus, so I appreciate any help I can get. I'll just tell you I do.
I will say I have very little experience with elephants.
Well, you told
Really?
me.
That's so unusual.
I know, and I know everything about them. You told me you didn't know it. You needed training for doing the parking of the show cars too, but you did all right.
My learning curve got quick in a hurry. Oh, yeah.
That's the best kind.
So you parked cars for the
He
White Oak?
watched the gate, and a lot of times you get unusual questions.
You do get a lot of unusual questions. That was a beautiful, beautiful weekend, and
Oh, it was.
And
We
everything
had
was
great.
Yeah,
It
it was
was
great
great.
turnout.
It
It
was.
was a great turnout.
It was a pretty day, and it was fun for me because I had more chance recognizing the cars than the type of English that some of the people were using as they pulled in. There were some very clever
Oh,
accents.
surely not. I thought you was going to say the words that they used. I thought, you mean they came in mad? Usually some of them go home mad, but
Yeah,
surely
they were very
didn't
nice,
come
but they
in.
rolled their window down about this far, and I couldn't hear what they were saying.
And they don't want you touching the car either, I'll just tell you right now.
No, but it was within, I don't know, 4 or 5 cars. Go in, take a right, back into a spot. Thank
That's
you for
right.
coming.
Now, see, there you go. I want that thank you
I
in
learned
there.
it within 5 cars.
Well, I had a particular instance where a car, I was parking in the back, and somebody who I didn't see went out the wrong way, and they were like, "Sue, don't let them come out this way." I was like, "Hey, what do you want me to do? Throw my body down in front of them?" I mean, I didn't even see them. They were not in my eyesight. It was pretty funny. I was like, "Man, I'm sorry, I didn't park the cars right." So, it was a beautiful day, and everybody was really nice. It was good.
Sue, were you there?
Yeah, remember we said hello?
Did I?
Uh-huh.
I was really busy that
You
day.
did well. Even though I just got your email yesterday about parking cars. For
Oh,
that,
we're talking about parking for the car show. You're
no, I'm
talking about
the White
parking
Oak.
for the Lions.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
the
was talking
White
Lions
Oak,
Club.
yeah.
Yeah. You were talking about the car show.
Yeah,
No, I didn't.
yeah.
I didn't park for the car show.
No, I thought I didn't see
no,
you
you
there.
didn't
I know
park.
I didn't.
No, I didn't park for the car show.
No, parking for the Lions, for the White Oaks that can be very trying at times.
It was.
There's a lot going on in Cannon County.
There is a lot going
The
on.
Chamber of Commerce keeps things hopping here.
They do.
Well, I
Carolyn's a wild
don't know
woman.
if it's just me.
No,
It's a lot of different organizations have things that go on quite a bit, and that's fine. That's what it's all about. I want to bring, the chamber, that's how they feel about it. The whole board is bring everybody in here that you can bring in here for anything, because it can't hurt.
What's fun for me, I've been here 11 years now, is that when people come here for the first time,
Right.
they are just amazed by the beauty with the hills.
It is beauty.
And
Blown
here,
away with
over
it.
the next 5-6 weeks when the leaves change, It is absolutely as pretty a place as there is.
Well, now we have a new marketing company. The board decided that they're going to market Cannon County, and DTC was part of that. Nick and I traveled miles and taped things in Cannon County, but the beauty is amazing. And one of the areas that I hadn't been to in years was the top of Short Mountain at the Bible camp. You can see forever
Really?
up there, and it
I've never
is
been up there.
gorgeous.
The view is spectacular.
Wow.
It
There's a
is.
lot of foliage now, so you can't see much,
Yeah.
but in the one direction looking west, it would appear you could see Nashville, let alone Murfreesboro, right past that.
I couldn't tell what I was looking at up there. I thought, now what's that down there? And then what's that down there? And I thought, Nick, you know, what is this? And he goes, well, I'm not sure. So I didn't know where I was, but it was really pretty.
So you can't tell me how to get there if you didn't know where
Yeah,
you were.
I can tell you how to get up to the Bible camp. There's only one way.
Yeah, I'm sure. I drive by it every day.
There's only one
Yeah,
way,
yeah.
Sue. Well, John, we hope that you get a lot of calls from this. You have an interesting take on doing this, and if what you have is workable, that's amazing. It is.
It is for many people. There are some restrictions and such, but
Yeah.
by and large, anyone between 25 and 50 in reasonable health with a bit of disposable income, even $50 or $100 a month, grows to remarkable amounts.
Right.
A person 35 that puts $300 a month away, when they retire, they'll have about $45,000 a year to live on, no matter how long they live, tax-free. And that's impressive.
So it's only to the age 50, so if you're older than 50, not going to work for you?
Well, to be honest with you, Sue, at some point, time
There's a cutoff.
drops off.
I know,
Well,
trust me, I know. Time, everything falls, the time comes.
when you
your turn.
invest, you want to have three things.
Sure.
You want to have no chance of losing money.
Yeah.
You want to have as good a rate of return as you can. And then the other thing you want to have is time. I have a lot of 50-something clients, but at some point you have to probably invest more to get the same out because you don't
Sure,
have that time.
sure.
But
Bah humbug. That's what I think about that.
most of my 50-year-old clients buy it for their grandchildren.
Yeah.
$100 to $200 a month will pay for their college education.
Wow.
And see, with these plans, you can use the money for anything.
So it's
Yeah.
not just for yourself.
Well, I would say it is for yourself, but you have the ability to
Okay.
do other
Like
things.
in a trust or something like that?
Well, I wouldn't go for a trust.
Okay.
For instance, in a college education, the government has a 529 plan.
Sure.
But it's very restrictive.
Yeah.
There's no real rate of return. There's taxable. It can be quite taxable. And it just ties you up.
Sure.
With these other plans, the money is liquid. It's yours. You can do whatever you want with it.
Okay.
And you can withdraw it at any time?
Yes, ma'am. Free of penalty and stuff. Now, the first few years you're in these plans, it doesn't build up a bunch of cash.
Sure.
And to be honest with you, if you're looking for this for less than 10 years, there's not a whole lot of bounce or pop to it. It's not all that sexy.
Okay.
But years 10 through 20, there's almost no expenses to it. And the rate of return right now is averaging 8.4%. And they're not my numbers. They're the numbers from these major companies that I represent. And when you're earning 8.4% compounded annually, that's really good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's
the
really
younger
good.
you are when you start these things is the
The better
So
off
need
you
to
are
start
if you
that.
can afford to do
We've
that.
been
So.
dealing with the situation from an old company we worked for that we have to withdraw our
Yeah.
retirement funds now, but the amount it's less than 40% of what we put in of what we're getting back. So this is very attractive.
Yeah, when people change companies, their old 401ks or retirement plans, that's one of the things I do best. I can give you the options of what you can do. Sometimes there's some tax implications.
Yeah.
But it's basically, what do you want your funds to do for you? And I can't tell you how many people say, well, I got a 401k, I'm covered for retirement. And the best 401k with the highest outlook, the best rate of return is not going to do for you what you think it's going to do. You know, financial planners generally say you need to live on 4% of your net worth. And as inflation rises, because we're going to see a bout of inflation here in the next few years, and we're going to see a retraction of the stock market, and we're going to see much higher taxes. And people need to get in position so they can weather these financial storms.
Well, there you go. Thank you, John.
Thank
Thanks,
you for
John. It
having
was
me,
nice to
Carolyn.
meet you.
It was my pleasure. Thank you.
Actually, after that news, I'm not in deep, dark depression, although I probably should be when you're telling me that. But I thank you for coming, and I think if anyone out there is interested in anything that John has said, and the future will tell, but I think on 401k, sometimes we are fooled when we put so much into them and when you go to withdraw it. But what was your phone number again, John?
615-563-3334, or you can get me at HaggertyMountainFinancial.com. And again, there's a little button on there you can ask John, and it may take me a day or two to research your question and get back to you, but I surely will.
Well, all right. Well, we thank you, and we thank you for your help.
I
And
can't
we
wait
hope
for the
you can-
elephants.
I'm gonna, yeah, me neither. Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Okay, we have this little homely girl with us once again
I know,
over
God
here.
bless her. She's so
Brittany,
pitiful,
she's
isn't
so
she?
pitiful.
We all look
isn't
like
she?
sisters.
Yeah.
On our
Our little
hair,
hairdo going on.
Anyway, she is a mainstay here at the Art Center, which we're all very proud of, and she's going to tell you what's going on there for the next, well, right up till the first of the year, really.
Yeah. We've got a really busy fall and winter coming up. Lots of different things for the whole family, all ages. The most recent coming up is Spam-A-Lot, which is going to start. Yes, very fun, based on the Monty Python movie. They say that it's lovingly ripped off of the movie, whatever that means. But that's going to open October 17th and run through the 26th. We do have a PG-13 rating on that show. Just if you've seen the movie, you know there's just some humorous content, but it's not necessarily one to bring the younger kids to. So just be aware of that. After that, we have The Addams Family, which is a brand new musical. Just got released this year, so we're really excited. We're one of the first theaters in the area that's going to be putting it on, and that's November 2nd through 22nd. And running at the same time as that, a show that's near and dear to me because I am directing Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, all right.
Which is the musical version based on the 1970s Gene Wilder version of the film. And we've got that. There's public performances Saturday, November 15th and 22nd, and those are Saturday matinees at 2 p.m. And then we also have school performances during the week. It's November 11th through 13th and 18th through 20th. So if you have a school group or a homeschool group that's interested in coming, have them contact the Art Center about setting up one of those daytime shows. Those are at 9 o'clock or 11:30 on those Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. And then we've got the Christmas Bazaar coming up on November 29th. A lot of our vendors from White Oak are going to be back for that. It's going to be an indoor event this time in the Art Center space. Lots of different vendors, a lot of Christmas specialty type crafts, ornaments,
That's
and
always
things.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really excited about
How
that.
long does that last, Brittany?
It's just one day. It's November 29th, and I don't know the time offhand. I believe it's a 9 to 5, but we'll be putting out more of that as we
Right.
get closer. But that is the day after Black Friday, so the Saturday after
Oh my gosh, I'll be
Thanksgiving.
exhausted. I don't know if I'll be able to do it.
So go to bed early after your Black Friday shopping, and then plan for another.
I
day
may not
shopping
just
with
go to
us.
bed at all.
There you go.
I don't think we have any doorbusters that morning. That's an
Well,
idea.
you might think about that.
Yeah, interesting. And then finally, for this year, we've got our Christmas show, which is the Honky Tonk Angels Holiday Spectacular. It's a really fun musical, and this is going to be our dinner show for the year.
Oh, good.
Tickets are $30. That's for dinner and the show, which is a really great deal. It's going to be a delicious meal that's catered by the Blue Porch. And this event goes to support the Bader Club. This is like their annual fundraiser. So a proceed of all the tickets that are sold will support the Beta Club, and they'll also be involved with the performances, serving the meals, and just helping out kind of behind the scenes. So
Fun.
if you're interested, it's a great event to bring big groups to, church groups, school groups, just family events if you're looking for a gathering. And that's going to be the 5th through 13th of December for the Honky Tonk Angels.
So Brittany, if you wanted to get tickets for all these shows with one shot, could you do that?
Yes, you can visit our website. It's artscenterofcc.com. You can buy all your tickets online there. You can also just give me a call at the desk here at 615-563-2787 or 563-ARTS, which is an easy way to remember. We're here usually 10 to 4 throughout the week, and then you can always find us online anytime to get tickets for everything.
Good. Well, the shows are always great, and they're so much fun.
And probably you might look into getting season tickets for the next year, because they're already.
So when do they go on sale this
We
season?
will be announcing our season hopefully early in November. So if you're looking for a really great Christmas gift to
Right.
give friends, family, those season tickets, I believe we've got 8 shows that are going to be next year. And they're very reasonably priced. You save a lot of money by going the season ticket route. You get some kind of perks along the way of earlier seating and things for the members. So definitely something to keep in mind for holiday gifts this year.
You did a really good job for being so pitiful.
I know, it's so pitiful.
No, Brittany's a jewel. She is. She really is.
Well, thanks for giving us some time.
Well, that's all right. I'll give you some time every month. We're going to do some follow-up. It's kind of hard by the time the show comes up. Excuse me. The show comes on twice a month. And you'll probably get some of the beginning of October at the end of October. I need something to drink. But that's okay, because we like to tell you about it time and time again. So we're going to follow up on the Color Fall Car Show, which was last Saturday. Great turnout, great weather. Beautiful cars. I couldn't have been happier. I would have probably been a little happier if there'd have been a few more cars. But really, we had just about filled up the parking lot. So we want to thank all of our sponsors for that event, because it takes a lot of sponsors to put on that caliber of a car show. But we were tickled to death with it, and we look forward to seeing a lot of those cars and a lot of our sponsors next year, because that is the one big fundraiser for the chamber, and we do appreciate it. Let me see, Saturday, October 11th, the last cruise-in of the year will be the Toy Drive Cruise-In. It will be on the square. There's no admission, except we ask you to bring a toy that will be given to the Child Advocacy Center for the children at Christmas time. And also DTC, which has been at every cruise-in this year, they are giving away a 35-inch TV, and they will be drawing for it that day. And so all you people that have come and gotten tickets during the year at the cruise-ins for this, you need to be there, because you will have to be present to win that TV. It's also, we're going to kind of make this special. We're going to have a chili cook-off. We've got several cookers that are lined up for this, and they're going to be over there stirring the pots, and you get to try it all out, and it's $5, and you get a bowl of whichever you like best, and you get to vote for the winner.
So can people sign up for the chili cook-off, or is it too late?
No?
Okay.
Do you want to be one?
I want to, well, the hospital, we'll do some.
Well, all right.
We'll do a pot of chili.
Hey.
We're the best restaurant in town.
Well, there you go.
No offense to
We're
anyone
gonna
else.
That's what we're going to find out,
Yeah,
if you're the
that's
best
right.
chili
That's
maker
right.
that night. But we want everybody to come to that. It'll be from 3 until 6:30. Sue, do you have anything from
I've got plenty to tell you about. As you know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So what we're doing is I see you guys have your little things on your fingers, but what we're doing is we are taking the Pinky Swear Dare. And so everybody should paint their pinkies pink, and mine are pink, you just can't tell. And it's that you pledge to get a regular mammogram after age 40 and challenge 5 women or girls to make that pledge. So if you're a husband or a dad or something, you can challenge your wife to make it, or you can donate $5 to the breast cancer charity of your choice. So paint your pinkies pink in October and take the dare with me. We did that this week. We do mammograms in both Stones River and DeKalb, and we have a really wonderful lady who does those for us, and I just had my mammogram because I think it's very important that you do that and protect yourself. The Cannon County the Cannon Senior Center Health Fair is Wednesday, October 8th, and that is from 8:30 to 12 noon. And that's always a great time to come to the Senior Center, which is another wonderful thing that Cannon County has. It's great. And on Thursday,
one of our assets.
it is. Thursday, October 16th is Pinktober Day. So Cannon County is encouraged to wear pink in support of breast cancer awareness. And then Friday, October 31st, we're going to do some trick-or-treating at the hospital. So I know this is a big trick-or-treating town, and College Street is always really big there. So you can come trick-or-treat at the hospital. And we also have Tony Henderson, one of our wonderful nurses, is our Star Award, like our Employee of the Year. And
I read about that.
Yeah, she is a fabulous nurse and does a great job. So we're asking you to spread the word on our Pinky Swear Dare, and I guess we modeled this off of the Ice Bucket Challenge, only no cold waters involved here. Just pink nail polish. And for those of you gentlemen like Tom and John, if you want to do the Pinky Swear Dare, I did bring light pink for you so that you can't see it, but you can feel a part of it.
That's right.
So come join us.
It takes a man to wear pink. I'm just going to tell
A
you
real
right
man
now.
can wear pink. That's right.
That's right.
Tell us about the circus. When's the circus
Well,
coming?
I'm going to tell you one other thing first.
Okay.
And this may be only on the air a couple of times before this happens, but this is a really fun thing. October 11th, Saturday, the Spooktacular Fest and Fall Flea Market will be held at the Trading Post on Short Mountain Highway, right next to the distillery. Savannah does a great job. You get free vendor space. It starts at 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. They have trunk or treats for the kids.
So it's a flea market too?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can set up for free.
Hot
Just
diggity.
let her know. It's a Halloween theme. They're going to have wagon rides and more. And if you want to be a part of that, you can call Savannah at 615-464-7824, and she'll set you up. And if you don't want to set up, just go up there and have fun, because
the Trading Post is great.
It is. It's a lot
I stopped
of
there
fun.
last week. It's just, you can't believe all the stuff they have in there.
No,
It's
and she
crazy.
has some really high-end,
Really nice things.
artisan
Yeah.
type things.
Yeah,
in
very
there,
fun.
too. Yeah, it is. All right. Okay, this is going to be your favorite.
Okay.
Tuesday, October 14th, the Carson and Barnes Circus is coming to Woodbury. Tickets are on sale now at the Chamber of Commerce, First National Bank, Sue Patrick CPA, the Blue Porch Restaurant, Antiques and More, and First Bank. Showtimes will be here on a Tuesday. Showtimes will be 4:30 to 7:30. The circus will be located behind the Art Center, which is located at 1424 John Bragg Highway. Now, they have a tent that seats 1,200 people, so this is not a small circus. This is a big circus. It is the real circus. And you can expect to see everything that you would expect to see at a circus. They will have clowns, acrobats, aerial daredevils, spectacular pageantry, and a cast of amazing performing animals led by the biggest star of the show, the Carson and Barnes Asian elephants. They will also have a petting zoo. They will have elephant rides, lots of activities right in there, the amusement area, because they do have that before the tent. And actually, the prices for it are very reasonable. It's $12 for adults and $6 for kids from 2 through 11. And if they're under 2, then they're free. But if you need to know more information about the circus, and we invite everybody to come to this from surrounding areas and everything, because this is a big deal, just call the chamber at 563-2222. When they first contacted me about this, I thought, okay, we haven't had a circus in a long time, we can do this. Then I got a booklet with the footprint of this circus, and I thought, I don't think we have room for this circus. And then I got one whole page on what to do with the elephant poop. So I was really stressed out by that time, because I thought, wow, I didn't even consider this. But we've got that arranged. That's going to be taken care of. We just want everybody to come and enjoy that, and that will be on a Tuesday, the 14th. And you know, if you've got some time, they'll arrive here about 7:30 in the morning. They're going to do the tent setup at 12, or no, about 10 o'clock. There will be, the school kids are invited to come to this if they can. And also at 3 o'clock, we will have the fire departments come in and they will bathe the elephants, and you're welcome to watch that too. And the fire department's really excited because they've never done that, and I've never seen it done, so I think I'm excited too. But anyway, 14th of October, we want you to be there. Let me see, Friday and Saturday, October 17th and 18th, Fall Fest on the Square. Merchants around the square will participate in special discounts, food, entertainment, and door prizes. There you go, food and door prizes. What more do you need? Enjoy the day and have fun, because there will be some other things going on around the square at the same time. But if you need information on the Fall Fest, you can call Mike Vaughn at 542-4319. And on that same day, you will have, on the 18th, which is a Saturday, you'll have the Cannon Blast, which is a 5K, and they've added a 10K this year. And it will be a run walk. It will begin on the square in Woodbury at 7 a.m. in the morning. All you need to do is go down there and sign up for that and run as far as you can.
Or walk.
That's right. If you can walk 5K, that's okay too. Saturday, October 18th, the Miss Annie in this same day, and it's going to be on the square. Miss Annie Cox Scholarship Car Show will be on the square in Woodbury. Registration is 10 a.m. until 12 noon. Judging at 1 p.m., awards at 3 p.m., and all cars and trucks are welcome. And all that money does go to a scholarship fund in the name of Miss Annie Cox. November 7th and 8th is Veteran Days in Cannon County. It begins Friday, November 7th at 8 a.m. at Cannon County High School and continues on Saturday on the square, with the parade being at 1 p.m. November, and we are there. We are going into Christmas now, because November 21st and 22nd, that's the weekend before Thanksgiving, we always have the Merchants Christmas Open House, and that begins in Woodbury. Santa will arrive on the square at 5 p.m. on Friday. There will be pictures with Santa at about, beginning at about 5:30. The merchants will all be decorated, open, door prizes, food. We have a really big time that night. And then, of course, you can go back on Saturday, and there'll be some other special events on Saturday, too. But mark your calendars. We have a lot of people that come from out of town for this. We love it. We want you to come and start your Christmas shopping right here.
Cannon County is a happening place, isn't it?
It is.
Holy moly.
And I'm sure there's things I've missed.
I'm sure there is.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah, unless we know about them, we can't talk about them.
That's right. You got to tell me.
That's right.
Happy Halloween. And we will see you at the Carson and Barnes Circus. If you need some of that manure, bring your little bucket and a shovel, and you'll be able to get whatever you want if you're there early.
There's a lot of people who are full of manure, so.
Well, they may need some more, and if they do,
That's right.
I've got it.
That's right.
Okay. Or we'd like to see it all or any of the events.
Absolutely.
And Sue, I've had a good time.
Me too. I always have a good time with you, Carolyn.
I know.
You do a great job.
John, it was good that you came on here
Yeah.
too, and I'm looking forward to using you. Not too many people volunteer, so be careful what you wish for
That's
in
right.
the future.
That's right.
I can't wait to see the elephants.
All right, well, you're going to see them.
Thank you, DTC.
Yes, and we'll see you in November.